Hello everyone, my name is AndrewAJT and welcome to the Max Hit Factory. So in this video, I'm going to test out the max hit of various weapons using the highest strength bonus possible. So this actually used to be a very common thing to do back in the day, like pre-EOC. People used to actually just spend a lot of time going around and seeing how high they could hit with their weapons, and nobody really does this anymore, but it's actually very easy to do now because of the dummy update in the player owned house. So we're actually not going to have to spend like 50 hours per weapon trying to figure out how high we can hit. There are some things I do want to mention before we start. The first you might have already noticed is that I'm playing in the fixed resolution, and this is because unfortunately in RuneScape, really the biggest problem with the graphics of old school RuneScape in my opinion is that a lot of the UI cannot be enlarged. So if you look at the hits here, for example, that one there is going to be the same size no matter if I zoom in or out, and this drives me insane because these days a lot of us are playing on big monitors, and with my resolution the game screen is only around 9 inches long and my monitor is 24 inches. Not that it's a brand new monitor, I got this in 2010, but playing in this mode is really hard for me because the screen is just ridiculously small. Because I am, that means that the video is going to stretch the game screen a little more, so the hits will be bigger and easier to see for you guys. That's why you don't really see anyone recording this game in full screen, because if you do that, the inventory is going to be microscopic for the viewers, as well as the prayers, the right clicks, the hitboxes, things like that. I really wish they would make resizable UIs, and that's why I was so disappointed when we didn't get the option to resize spellbooks. If we really want to have the new highest strength bonus though, we do need to get the new Nezi, so let's go do the Fremennik Exiles real quick. So this quest was pretty easy, it was fairly short as well. This boss fight was almost disappointingly easy, and I was really dumb during it. I thought that maybe this guy didn't have the Basilisk properties, so I could put on the Ellie and soak a little bit of damage here. And you see when that happens, my stats go really drained, and I pretty much ran out of super restores, so I had to defeat the boss with really lowered stats. I'm kind of disappointed that the new shield didn't really do anything. You make it in the quest, but other than these boss fights, it's pretty useless. It's kind of just an upgraded mirror shield. I mean, the mirror shield in other games is such a cool item, like Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time. In this game, it's just a random Slayer item that doesn't really do anything special, other than for fighting one specific type of Slayer monster. They probably could have came up with some sort of useful effect that the new shield would have, instead of just giving us an upgraded Nezi with a little bit more strength bonus, which we really don't need more items that have higher strength bonus in the game, at least in my opinion. So I had to brew down to under base 80 stats if I didn't want to restart the fight. But let's see DDS spec, and boom, he's dead. Managed to finish there without having to bank. And let's just finish up here, get our helmet. 1, 2, 3, and boom, quest complete. Nice little quest and decent rewards, but nothing really too special. So this thing is apparently ridiculously expensive. Can we buy it for... Definitely can't buy it for 6 mil. Let's try 30 mil. And yep, we got one, 28.4 mil. This better be worth it. Let's see. Teach me, please. Let's try this now. Attach the jaw. Yep. And there we go. There's our face guard. So this should be the maximum possible strength bonus you can have on old school RuneScape 204. That is pretty amazing. We got the Elder Maul, which I bought for like 10 mil. That's pretty amazing. So if you just want to know like the base strength without any weapon slot, you can get to 65, which is pretty good. And then with the Elder Maul, 204. So we can pretty much get started, except we're going to be using kind of a glitch in this video. I don't know whether it's really a glitch or not, but you can do something pretty funky with the Dragon Battle Axe. Normally the highest strength bonus you can get is 118 with a super strength pot, but if you do like a 6-step process, you can get a little bit higher. So if you drink a Zambi brew, this gives you 120 attack, 112 strength, a super restore, a super combat pot, a ranging potion, and then a magic potion, and then you use the Dragon Battle Axe spec, you get 120 strength bonus. That is pretty nuts, and this is going to be really annoying to go through all these because my strength is going to go down really quick. I can use Preserve though, and I'll set it up each time off camera. So I just did a bunch of testing, and I determined that the Salve Amulet is actually better than the Slayer Helm for maxing at higher hits, because the Salve Amulet gives 5% more strength, and even though you lose out on a lot of strength bonus here, it goes from 148 to 144. Because we have the face guard now, it gives a little bit more strength bonus in the helmet slot, so this is actually the better option for higher hits when you're maxing. So I know that was a lot of prep work, so let's dive right in. So this is with the Salve Amulet, we could hit a 74. And then if you want to see what you can hit with it like anywhere, like in PvP, I'm going to show you the Torture hit as well. So this could be done almost anywhere in the game, or in PvP, Wilderness, anywhere you want. You can hit a 64, so that is pretty good. Non-spec, normal hit, you can still get up to a 64. Let's try something more classic. So the DDS spec, double 48, wow. Salve Amulet, 52, 52. Let's try a poke as well. 46 and 41. Let's try the Godsword set. So here's the strength bonus with them, 183 once we get to our helmet there. And I moved the pool a little bit closer, so this would be a lot quicker to do here. So normal hit to start, 62. Let's try with the Salve, 72. And with the ZGS, that is with the amulet, here's without, 79. That's pretty good. ZGS, 68. Now let's try the AGS, definitely a fan favorite. So this is without the Salve, 85. How high is this going to be? This is going to be fun. 98. You can almost hit a 100 with an AGS. And we can hurry here and try the... I'll give you the Salve Amulet for this one. 79. Here is the non-salve, 68. And we can just get the BGS in here, I think. So here's a non-salve, 74. And this should hit pretty high. Going quick. 86, that is pretty damn good. That is 86 defense levels lowered. So let's go through a bunch of non-spec weapons. So here's the rapier. Set this up here. Whoops. So this should be a 61, and without it, 54, that's pretty good. Let's try the Abyssal Whip. We'll just go through these with the Salve Amulet just for time. So this is 58, Tentacle, 60. So this Arclight will actually work on the dummy as a demonic, 62. Let's just try something fun. Like with a normal scythe, can you hit something good with this? A 36, not a bad weapon actually. A normal Verax Flail, which the set doesn't actually make it hit higher, 52. So let's try the halberds here. So these normally can double hit on big monsters, but they will only hit a single hit on the dummy, but you could just assume that it would be duplicated. So with 120 strength and the Salve Amulet, double 63, and with the Crystal Halberd from the Diary, you could hit a double 74. Wow, that's pretty amazing. And we'll just do them with the Torture as well, at least for the Crystal. Double 64 on just about any monster in the game that has enough HP and is big enough. Let's try Dragon Warhammer, so the spec hits 50% higher. We'll start with a normal hit here. 79, let's try the Salve Amulet. 90, wow, that's actually one of the higher hitting weapons in the game. Normal hit as well can hit a 60. And since we have them, let's try the Dragon Battle Axe. 60, and let's see the Dragon Pickaxe for some fun. 48, that's pretty good. I can see why this thing's so expensive now. So here's one that actually has a use, the Ancient Mace. 39, so if you saw there, my prayer was actually in the upper 130s. This actually boosts your prayer above the limit based on what you hit. Let's go through some dragon weapons here. So here's the Dragon Sword. 67, better than I thought. Dragon Mace. 76, not a bad PKing weapon. Let's try the Dragon Longsword. Very fun weapon to use, 70. D2H, the spec shouldn't make a difference. 60, and it should still be a 60, I think. Let's take a look. 60 as well, yeah. Zami Hesta. Excalibur, this one will almost certainly be a little bit less with the Salve. Let's try the Din's Bulwark. 43, considering the defense this has, that's pretty good. Here's some more to try, so let's see Guthan's War Spear. You could heal a 54. Let's try Leaf-Bladed Battle Axe. Whoops, forgot this thing. This thing is really powerful actually, 62, not bad. Let's see G-Maul. the spec doesn't actually make this hit any higher. Let's try Wolfbane. Shoutouts to Settled. Let me know if you get that reference. 38. Was actually hoping that would be a little higher. This might be higher with the Torture. Nope, it stays the same. And the D-Skim? 54. Should be the same with this. Oh, 55. Not bad. So the Obi Maul is unique because it has its own plate body, armor, and necklace that gives it a strength bonus with a percentage. So let's see how high we can hit with it. 63. Pretty good considering this has no attack requirement. So let's try D-Claws here. These should be fun. Can always hit pretty high with these. So with the Salve Amulet, we can hit a... well, it's going to be a whole bunch of hits. 49, didn't even mean to whack there, but there we go. 48 base hit, and with the Torture, you could base a 43. Not bad. Let's see how high you can hit with just kicking. So with the Torture, no Salve Amulet boost, you can hit a 32. This one will definitely be higher with just the strength bonus you get with the Slayer Helm and the Torture. 35. You can see it only gives a 34 with the salve there. So lastly, before we get to the final boss, there's a couple miscellaneous ones, or a few I wanted to show as well. So the Barrel Chest Anchor, normal hit here, 62. Does the spec hit higher with this? I don't think so. Oh, a little bit, 68. Let's try some free-to-play ones. So this is the Skimmy, 2H. Toxic Staff of the Dead, one of my favorite weapons. This could hit a 56. Void Knight Mace, a random weapon, 46. Let's try something with a negative strength bonus as well, the Rubber Chicken. So this could hit a 32. Very cool sound effect. So here's the max possible Dharok setup, and I'm just going to use the Locator Orb and the Dwarven Rock Cake to get down to 1 HP. So here's with the Torture Ami. Make sure we're on pack here. Boom, 104, and with the Salve Amulet should be the highest hit with Dharok's possible. 118. That is tied for the world record. Very, very cool. Just as a bonus, I did want to test out Void. So Void gives you a 10% strength boost overall, but you lose out on a lot of the strength bonus gear. I thought it would be way worse, but it actually hits really good. So with Void, you could hit a 96 AGS versus a 98 with all that Bandos gear. And this means that it does scale up better as you hit higher. So if you could hit a 110 or 115 with normal weapons, Void actually might hit higher. It's also very likely that Void is already more accurate than the strength gear because of the attack bonus. I've noticed it seems to be a little bit more accurate in places like the Corp Mass because Bandos doesn't give any attack bonus anyway, although it's pretty hard to test accuracy. So we definitely learned in this video that anything that gives you a % increase is very, very good at high hits because those actually scale up further, so they become a lot more impactful at high hits, whereas a normal strength bonus can seemingly only help you a limited amount. So that is going to do it for the Max Hit Factory. Let me know if you enjoyed, and let me know if you want to see some other weapons that I might have missed, and let me know what they are. Or maybe I could even do a mage and range one. I'm sure I could combine those into one video. Definitely leave a like if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more like it, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell icon to get notifications whenever I upload a new video. Speaking of subscriptions, we hit 19,000 recently, so thank you guys so much for that. We'll definitely do a boss mass or PvP mass once we get to 20,000. Let me know if you have any suggestions for what you want that to be. You can join my clan chat up on screen, AndrewAJT62. You can also join our Discord down below, even if you don't join the clan chat. You can follow me on Twitter down below. I'll follow you back if you play RS. We're getting pretty close to 1,000 Twitter followers, which these days I mostly just post RuneScape pictures and Onesie the Cat pictures, so I know you guys always enjoy those. And lastly, if you really want to support the channel even further, you can check out my Patreon page in the end screen. Your support there is really appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.